Hello and welcome to Knoxville, Tennessee. My name's Scott Davenport. I'm the Director of Sales at Malibu Boats, and we're excited today as I have the opportunity to introduce to you a brand new boat in our M Series lineup. This boat is the M220. It's a sibling to the M240, and we're excited to show you all the features and cool things that we have. So why don't you come on board and we'll take a look. So let's get right to it. This new M220 and the specs that this boat has and what this boat is capable of. Coming in just under 23 to 22 foot 5 inches, 102 inch beam, person capacity of 15, so plenty of room for everybody. As far as fuel, we're talking about just under 80 gallons, so 79 gallons, so plenty of fuel for a full weekend. It's a 6,200 pound dry weight. So as far as engines, it's going to come standard with the M6 DI. So we're talking 460 foot-pounds of torque and 430 horsepower. You have the ability to option to the M5, or if you want to option up and get the biggest, baddest motor in the Malibu lineup, then obviously it's the LT4 GM Marine Power on that with 606 foot-pounds of torque, and then coming in at 607 as far as horsepower. I know all of you guys are curious about what we can do as far as creating wakes and waves, and obviously that takes ballast. Standard ballast in this boat is just over 2,500 pounds. When you factor in the plug-and-play ballast, then you're looking at over 3,600 pounds of available ballast. Add the Power Wedge 3, all of a sudden you're up at 5,100 plus pounds of ballast. Couple that with this new hull design and the 6,200 pound dry weight, you've got enough wake and wave creation to satisfy from your beginning riders all the way up to your pro athletes. So now we're going to go pick up our good friend and Vice President of Engineering, Corey Duggar. And Corey is going to walk us through just what goes into the engineering of a product like the M220. Hey Corey, welcome.
Hey Scott, thanks for having me. Good to see you.
Corey, when your team is tasked with delivering the sibling to the M240, what goes through your heads? How do you approach that?
From the design standpoint, exterior and interior, you'll notice it takes a lot of similarities from the M240. So with the CNC stitching inside and just the exterior styling. Features wise, it has to live up to that M Series name. So it has fast fill, fast drain, Malibu launch system ballast. It also has the premium helm features, but most of all, it's about performance. So when a customer purchases the M220, they're going to get the best performing surf wave and the best performing wakeboard wave out there, bar none. And also, the person driving the boat is going to have the best experience, and this boat will handle like no other 22-foot boat on the market today.
So what you're saying when you're designing a boat like this, you guys are kind of looking at taking a holistic approach and taking into consideration just the performance of the M240 and how it performs out there, but then just going in and re-examining every detail and basically bringing out a new boat with obviously the performance characters of that other boats in the M Series lineup, but then having its own personality, its own characteristics.
Yeah, I think what the customer is going to notice is how well this boat performs in the rougher water. You know, this boat, like the M240 that handles very good in rough water, it's going to be on lakes like Tahoe, Lake Lanier, Coeur d'Alene. So we designed this hull from the ground up, added a little more freeboard to the boat, and this boat is going to perform like no other 22 in the market when it comes to rough water. When it gets a little bit choppy out there, and there's a lot of boats on the lake nowadays, so this customer needs a boat that's going to ride smooth no matter what.
Ride smooth, keep them dry. You know, we experienced that a little bit on the way over here when we were coming to pick you up. You know, it's obviously a flat day out here, but we were kind of doing a few circles and just kind of going and testing out that wave, and noticed that even there's a little bit of wind, we're staying very dry in the boat, and even as we came across those waves, even driving a double up, man, it just kind of settled down nicely into the wake. Great job on the performance of that overall hull and the characteristics there.
Absolutely.
Corey, another thing that's kind of unique to this new M220 that's not even a characteristic on the M240, but is some of the customization options that we have with this boat and our ability to hit a range of price for a multitude of customers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right, so for this customer, it was important for us to really try to design a boat that will hit a couple of different price points. And so what we did is we offer this boat with a package that is very similar to the M240, which would be the M Series dash and helm, the M Series windshield, also the upgraded M Series stereo package. We also offer this boat with we call it the Core Edition. So the dash is a little bit more similar to the wake setter, and we take a few of the other features out just to try to hit that price point.
Oh, that's very cool. So basically, so that customer can come here, and if he wants all the features of the M240, including the premium stereo package, let's not forget about that, but that windshield, which has the unique vents on the side, that unique styling to it, the M240, he can get that. But then if he wants to take it and go and approach it more as a wake setter package, which obviously is a very nice premium package as well, but it's a wake setter package that he can take a little cost out, and so we can really customize this fit and for that specific customer need and wants out there in the market.
Absolutely, and I think the customer that purchases this boat, whether it's with the Core package or the M240 premium package, they're going to fall in love with this boat just because of the attention to detail, the quality of the product inside and out, and just the performance of the boat. For surfers and wakeboarders, they're going to love it.
Corey, great job. I mean, the customization, some of the unique features and things that we can do and cater specifically to that individual customer, very impressive. Thanks to your team and thanks to all the hard work you guys put into this.
No, Scott, thank you for having me out. The opportunity to talk about the M220. We're really excited about what we've delivered here.
Next, we're going to kick it to Brian Grub, longtime Malibu ambassador and a Malibu athlete. No better person to show us what the wake and wave performance behind this all-new M220 looks like.
Hey, I'm Malibu athlete Brian Grub, and we're sitting on the much anticipated new M220. So I know myself and all the other team riders have been anticipating the M220 coming out, and so we were all excited to see it. And so my first impression of, we were coming to the dock from across the lake, and we saw this beautiful red boat sitting on the end of the dock, and we all thought it was an M240, but as we got closer, we realized it was the 220. And yeah, so even from the outside, it looks like a bigger boat, and when you're inside, it feels like a bigger boat. We did a little wake skating behind it, and I immediately felt right at home and really comfortable on the wake. It has like that, you know, that classic Malibu feel, the long transitions, and then, you know, the steepness that you can, you know, adjust with the power wedge. And yeah, right off the first hit, I was like, oh man, this boat's amazing. You know, when you're riding behind it, it feels like you're in the M240, or it feels like you're in one of these big boats, but for a 22-foot boat, the performance is just undeniable. I really think this boat is going to be a great addition to the M line for Malibu. Having it, you know, in a 22 and a 24-foot version now is just going to give the customer even more options to be in this, in the boats that are kind of like a taller gunnel boat and a little bit heavier boat. And performance-wise, you're going to see that a lot more, like in the surf wave, especially like, you know, with the wedge on lift or one, like you're going to have a steeper wave than you would, you know, like on some of our other series boats. So. Yeah, you just get a ton of performance out of these, a lot of adjustability with the power wedge. I was really blown away riding behind and being in this boat today. It drives great. The performance behind the wake and wave are unbelievable. And yeah, we'd really encourage you to, you know, go to your local dealer and try out the M220 for yourself and see it firsthand, and I think you'll be just as impressed as I was.
So while we're waiting on our surf crew to come out and actually get behind the boat, I wanted to take you through a few of the M220 features. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about the transom walkover. Obviously, we line this with the Malibu soft grip, which we obviously have optional colors on, so you can kind of customize your boat to your choosing. But this walkover makes a great way to get in and out of the boat without actually walking on the vinyl. Another great feature is the optional filler pad that, when in place, it makes one complete sun pad. Another great option is the multi-view wake view bench. It allows me to customize the seating and cater to how your crew wants to hang out in the boat. We can move it forward and have the crew cab forward and have a little bit more of an intimate setting, or we can flip it back and then have our stadium seating where we're watching the activity behind the boat. It also has a built-in table that, when flipped over, obviously you can use it for your picnics on the boat. As we move further into the cockpit, you'll notice the automotive styling speaker covers that are throughout the boat. This gives that premium feel to the M series, As we were talking with Corey earlier today, we talked about the customization with this boat. This boat is unique in that you have two wet sound packages available. You have the Wakesetter or Core package available, as well as the Premium package. Now that Premium package is going to replicate what you're getting in the M240. There are two towers available on the M220. The standard G5 tower, which is with weightless fold down and has a lower profile now, so easier into your storage or into your garage or boat lifts, than the G10 tower, which is shown here currently. Both options are available to customize with the board racks of your choice, as well as the wet sound tower speakers of your choice. Another added benefit of the additional freeboard on the M220 is the deep cavernous storage. If your family is anything like mine, then you can never have too much storage. A feature that has become very popular on the M240 is the Natalie seat. The ability to flip that up, it becomes your wind block, but also a backrest for those in the bow. What's unique about the M220 is that you can option it up to this Natalie seat, or you can stay with the standard slide and wind block door. Well, as you guys can tell, we're pretty excited about the M220. We've kind of walked you through all the special features and specifications of the boat, and now it's time to get out on the water behind the boat. So I'm going to give the surf band to Brantley. We got her set up for Surf Right. What I encourage you guys to do is head on over to MalibuBoats.com, build yourself a boat, or visit your local dealer and get out there and get a demo. I'm Scott Davenport, and we'll see you on the water.